They didn't believe it. They said, well, is that vaporware? Really, what's there? So the brand and the positioning are very important. Focus and get it simple, so you can explain it very simply. Website development. Here's another idea, guys. You don't need brochures. Sorry. There'll be other people maybe in the room that'll disagree with me. You don't need brochures, you don't need data sheets. You can cover all that in other ways. You can do very simple, 8.5 by 11, two-sided PDF data sheets. Low cost. You don't need to make it glossy and fancy and all this other stuff. That's nonsense. That's not how the world's working anymore. What you do need to do, however, is have a website that is a very inviting story that you can tell that's going to motivate people to want to do business with you. Why? Anytime I call anybody, we call people we know. We have a big Rolodex. We call people I know. I tell them about a company. What do you think he or she is doing? He's going to the website. He's not listening to me. He's listening about every fourth word. He's going to the website. He wants to see, what's the brand look like? Am I giving a big story? No. Or is it backed up somehow? So he's looking at the website. She's looking at the website. That's important. And pay, if you have to pay for anything in addition to development, pay to have a good website. It doesn't have to be tremendous. It doesn't have to be a big expense. There's a lot of, we use people ourselves to do our work out of Mexico. They do tremendous work, and they're very low-cost providers. They do brilliant work, smart web people. Why? I can't get it done here. People here are insane. And in Mexico, we could do a project. Nicola and I did. We did it in less than 2 weeks. It was brilliant. Other quotes we had, some of the same companies in Silicon Valley. Well, we can get to this in maybe a month and a half, take 2 months. No. For like almost quadruple the cost. So you can't get it done. PR. Everyone knows about, you can do PR now with blogs. This is why it's important for your website, because you can launch a lot of things from your website. We're very big on that. You can launch a lot of stories from your website. You can launch a lot of news releases from your website. You can launch newsletters from your website. You can talk to other people through your website, send them the links, share a community, open a social network. And then there's other, and you're also going to get this, so I'm not going to go through every single one, but because some of you aren't, I don't think, are at the white paper stage, Sarah's material. The overall development, though, and this comes to the key elements here, is sales channels, research, qualification, and discovery. What's one of the first things that we do when we call somebody a prospect? Well, you would know that. But am I trying to sell them something? No. I'm trying to ask them questions. I'm trying to qualify them. I'm trying to find out information about them. Because as close as we are to some of the biggest corporations in the world, Tier 1 and Tier 2 players, and also Tier 3, how do I know what's going on every day in their business? It's an impossible thing. You'd never know that. So the first thing of it is, if we put you in front of a CFO, a COO, a VP of something, what do I want to do? I want to build a relationship with them, and I want to ask them questions. The fact that I might want to do a pilot, the fact that they're a likely candidate for me to sell, I'm not going to do that with them. I want to find out information. I want to do a credible presentation. I want to ask questions. And then from that, I want to come back. And then I want to come to them. Oh, and you know what? It's usually their idea. When I took this one company over from Europe, and we talked to these insurance companies that I told you about, we never mentioned the word sell. We never mentioned the word price model. They asked us. They said, oh, well, what's generally, how much does this cost? Oh, well, since you asked. He asked us, they asked us for pilots. I didn't ask for pilots. They said, well, we might want to pilot this with the group. The chief actuary might want to pilot this. That's the idea. Have them come to you. You can still be aggressive. You can still supply information. You can still do all those great things. Okay. Recommended resources is very important that you guys, blogs, TechCrunch, you know a lot of these, I'm sure you read most of these books, but you really have to spend, 2 hours to 4 hours a week reading and getting up to date on what's happening. And it's a hassle, but you need to do that.